This video is based on real-life incidents and factual reports. Viewer discretion is advised. A disclaimer, a warning, a necessary pause before we descend into the narrative. The words you are about to hear, and the images you are about to see, are not born from the realm of fiction. This video is based on real-life incidents and factual reports. This is a simple statement, yet it carries an immense weight, a profound responsibility that we, as storytellers, and you, as the audience, must acknowledge and carry with us through the journey ahead. What does it mean to be based on reality? It means that behind every name mentioned, there was a beating heart, a life lived, a future imagined. These are not characters in a play, they were sons, daughters, mothers, fathers, friends. Their stories are etched into the permanent record of human experience, often through circumstances of profound tragedy and violence. Our purpose here is not to sensationalize their pain, but to understand the complex web of events that led to a life being irrevocably altered or extinguished. We seek to honor their memory by presenting the facts of their case with the gravity and respect they deserve. The truth, however, is rarely a single, monolithic entity. It is a mosaic, pieced together from countless fragments. These fragments are the factual reports we rely upon. They are the cold, hard text of police documents, the meticulous notes of a medical examiner, the sworn testimonies given under oath in a court of law. They are the witness statements, often colored by the haze of trauma and the fallibility of human memory. They are the journalistic archives, the newspaper clippings yellowed with age, the broadcast recordings that captured a moment of public shock and grief. Each source provides a different lens, a different angle on the same event. A police report gives us the procedural facts, the timeline, the list of evidence collected at the scene. It is a document of action and observation. A court transcript, on the other hand, reveals the narrative battleground, where different versions of the truth collide, are cross-examined, and ultimately judged. Witness statements offer a deeply personal, often emotional perspective. They can be powerful and illuminating, but they can also be contradictory. One person remembers a blue car, another swears it was green. One recalls a shout of anger, another a cry of fear. It is our duty to navigate these discrepancies, to cross-reference these sources, and to construct a narrative that is as close to the objective truth as possible, while always acknowledging the inherent limitations of looking back at the past. We delve into the science that speaks for the victims when they no longer can. Forensic reports, ballistics, DNA analysis, fingerprint comparisons, provide a silent, powerful testimony. They are the language of the physical world, offering clues that are immune to bias and emotion. Yet even this scientific evidence must be interpreted, contextualized, and woven into the larger human story. A fingerprint on a weapon is a fact. What it means, how it got there, and what it tells us about intent, that is a matter of investigation and inference. This process of reconstruction is painstaking. It involves sifting through thousands of pages of documents, analyzing photographs, and listening to hours of recordings. We wrestle with ambiguity and confront the uncomfortable gaps in the official record. Sometimes, the truth is not a complete picture. It is a silhouette, an outline where crucial details are lost to time or circumstance. In these instances, we will not speculate beyond what the evidence supports. We will present the facts as they are known and acknowledge the questions that remain unanswered. For the pursuit of truth also means embracing the humility to admit what we do not, and perhaps cannot, know. And this brings us to the final, crucial part of this preamble. Viewer discretion is advised. This is not a casual warning, nor is it a marketing tool to heighten suspense. It is a sincere and necessary caution. The material we are about to explore is inherently disturbing. It confronts the darkest aspects of human nature: violence, cruelty, betrayal, and loss. We will be examining evidence and discussing events that are graphic and unsettling. The purpose is not to shock, but to provide a complete and unflinching account of what transpired. To sanitize the reality of these events would be a disservice to the victims and a distortion of the truth. You will hear descriptions of crime scenes, of injuries, of the final moments of a person's life. You will be confronted with the raw, unfiltered grief of those left behind. These elements are not included for dramatic effect. They are included because they are part of the story. They are the reality of the violence and its devastating aftermath. The psychological impact of such material can be significant. It can challenge your sense of safety, your faith in humanity, and your understanding of justice. The stories may linger in your thoughts long after the video has ended. They may evoke feelings of anger, sadness, fear, or frustration. This is a natural response to bearing witness even at a distance to profound tragedy. We advise discretion because we encourage you to be mindful of your own emotional and psychological well-being. If you are sensitive to themes of violence, or if you are in a vulnerable state, we urge you to consider whether this content is appropriate for you at this time. This is an invitation to proceed with intention. It is a request that you engage with this story not as a passive consumer of entertainment, but as a thoughtful observer of a real-life tragedy. We ask that you approach this narrative with empathy for the victims, with a critical mind for the evidence presented, and with an awareness of the emotional weight that this story carries. The goal of this examination is not to leave you in a state of despair, but to foster a deeper understanding of the fragility of life, the complexities of justice, and the enduring impact of crime on individuals and communities. By understanding these dark chapters of our shared history, we can better appreciate the importance of compassion, the rule of law, and the relentless pursuit of truth. The story you are about to hear is difficult, but it is a story that demands to be told, and it deserves to be heard. Proceed with caution and with respect.